what I'm going to talk about a little bit today is there anything that we've learnt from lockdown? Has it made us a better person? Has it made us somebody unbearable to live with? But before then, let's just take a little look at what's happening around our garden, a few little bits, and then we'll get back to the question.
Hi guys, why wouldn't you want to come to Thailand? Huh? Look at this. Awesome. Come visit.
Good morning, guys. My pool's broken, so it stopped working yesterday evening. It was working yesterday fine, and then all of a sudden it weren't working, so I thought, oh, maybe, I don't know. So I come and have a look at the electric box outside, and it looks, obviously the RCD's flicked out, and it looks as if part of it is burnt out. Have a look at this. Guys, look at this. The pool is working, which is brilliant. Ning come back and I asked him if he could get an electrician, which is Chang Phai Pa, and he done it for me, absolutely. And here's the old one. Look at that. Season in Thailand, especially down here, you'd imagine what a bit of rain's done to the garden. It needs another trim. Look. What do we got? There we go, a little line there, and so I've been in the pool this morning and cleaned a lot of the rubbish off. There's still some in there, and I'll leave the pump on for 24-30 hours. It's only a 0.36 kilowatt, so it doesn't take much. Hi guys. Right, so let's get back to the thumbnail on the video. What have you learnt through lockdown? What have you learnt? For me, I think that the biggest thing, and it may only be the only one thing that I've learnt from this lockdown, is that my relationship with my wife, obviously, is a strong relationship, and we get on really well. Saying that, I think to pitch it where it is we do live in a bubble here anyway. Obviously, not having fluent Thai, we can speak a little bit of Thai to get by, but we like living where we live. And so it's a little bit of a bubble really that we live in. So really lockdown for us hasn't really changed our life here, our day-to-day life here that much really. Yeah, it has changed because the provinces are locked down. I mean, we would go into Phuket. Now we've got the car, we would go to Phuket and do a little bit more shopping. And I mean, like, you know, some nice cheese and stuff like that, you know. I mean, I'm not going about shopping malls, but we would go to Phuket, which is only an hour, yeah, about an hour away. We would have done that more, but it's not like a, wow, we you know, it's a real necessity. It locked us down to the provinces to start off with, so it restricted our movements to a point. But not really, because Panga's a massive province, and there's so much stuff to see and to go to here. So, yeah, so for me, again, I'm just like, you know, reiterating on what I said, is for me, it's shown that actually the life that we live here is quite a unique way of life here for us. I'll be very. I mean, I understand that. Obviously, I consider myself very, very lucky. I always have done. For me, as the title says, you know, what have you learnt, or what have you found out through lockdown? I'll be interested to see what your comments are. Pop them in the comments below, because everybody is unique, and everybody through the lockdown has had to deal with their set of circumstances. More so than others. I mean, I know people that live in apartments, flats, and it's got to be a lot harder for those people that do that. For people with children, it's got to be, again, massively harder for them to deal with that. Homeschooling, you know, and it's easy for me to turn around and say, well, it's not really changed my life because there's me and Lisa that live here, as we have pretty much the last 8 years. I would say three and a bit years since we lived in Panga. When we lived in Kotel, obviously it's a very, very social island. A lot more Westerners there, which was great at the time, but we like our life here. We do. So I understand, and I'm not being detrimental to anybody at all, because obviously everybody has different situations, scenarios that they live in. So I would be really interested to see how people have dealt with the situations that they've been in. And as I've said, you know, what do you feel that you've learned from it? Is there anything you can take away from it and actually continue with that through the life as we slowly get out of lockdown? Thailand is slowly getting out of lockdown, and I feel that they've actually dealt with it quite well. My view, that is, my view. I know people have different views, but that's my view. Lots of different views throughout the world on this, but I think Thailand's dealt with it pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, again, I would be interested to see how you guys, or anybody, you know, not just my subscribers, if there's anyone else who's not a subscriber, maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and how you've dealt with it, and you know what it's brought forward in your face, what it's brought forward, the trials and tribulations that you've had to face for it, because it must be a massively tough time for people. Absolutely. Absolutely tough time. So stay safe, everybody. I wish you all the very, very best, health and happiness. Okay? So again, thanks to all my subscribers for taking the time out to watch my channel. It's slowly growing, it's slowly getting there, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to listen to me. Again, stay safe, people. Bye.